Hello Classic Crew, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing what's in my hospital bag. If you are new to my channel, here we talk about classic living and traditional values, and I would love if you would consider becoming a part of the Classic Crew here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified of all my new videos. And if you'd like to get access to a ton of exclusive content, including my book club, my podcast, and great discussion threads with our community, make sure to head over to classicallyabby.substack.com to get access to my Substack newsletter. Now, this is the second time I'm recording this video. Apparently my mic was slowly creeping into frame and I didn't notice it until literally the last second of the video when it was in front of my face. So that wasn't gonna be the best video of all time. I decided to re-record it, but we are on the floor in the nursery. I don't often spend time on the floor anymore. I am 37 weeks pregnant, and even though I do enjoy sitting on the floor, pregnant, it's not the best thing in the world. So it's kind of fun to be down here though and recording. It's very casual. We've got all of my cart of goodies over here, and we've got my little bear hamper and this little ottoman. And you will be seeing all of this stuff in my nursery tour, which I don't know if it's already up or if it's going up after this. So we'll just have to see. But I'm very excited to share what's in my hospital bag. Now, a couple of caveats. Number one, the hospital bag is not actually packed. And the reason for that is that I use a lot of these things all the time. So it doesn't make sense for me to have it all packed now when I'm going to need it for the next who knows how long. 2-ish weeks, maybe longer. We'll just have to see. So I don't actually have the bag packed. But number two is that I recognize I'm a first-time mom, so I might be overpacking. But keep in mind that I watched like 20 videos all about what's in my hospital bag of new moms, of second-time moms, of third-time moms, and I just made a list compiled from that of what I thought was the most practical. So even though it might sound like I have a lot of stuff, it's based off of other people's ideas of what was important to them when they went to the hospital. So hopefully that makes this make more sense, but I would also love to know your thoughts in the comments, so make sure to do that. And let's get into today's video. Okay, so the first and most important thing that I'm bringing with me is this list. I think this list is really important to bring, not only because I can cross things off beforehand, but when we leave the hospital, I can go back through and make sure I have everything that I brought. So that was an important thing to start with. I think it's really important to have a written list right here for you, and you can bring it with you. Now, I personally print mine out. I know a lot of people will do it on their phones. I'm not gonna do that. Having it printed out is very helpful for me. Next up are some of the obvious things: wallets, phones, keys. These are easy to forget in the heat of the moment, so I put them on the list just so we'd remember. Really important to bring ID to the hospital and bring your insurance card. So that is part of the reason why I wanted to include that. Car seat. The car seat must be installed before you get to the hospital. They will not let you leave the hospital if you don't have the car seat installed in the car. So we've already installed our car seat, which is very helpful. And we are going to be all set with that, so we don't have to worry when we get to the hospital that they won't let us take the baby home. I'm also bringing a belly band, a compression band. Now, it's not because I want to look different after pregnancy. It's not because I'm trying to lose weight or anything like that. I've heard from a lot of moms that you can just feel kind of like squishy and loose after the baby's born, and it just gives you the support. So I'm bringing my own. I ordered it on Amazon, but I also did hear from someone that if you ask your hospital for one, they will give it to you. So I'm gonna bring it, and if I don't need it, then I'll return it to Amazon. I am also bringing our camera with a couple of extra batteries and lenses. Not because I'm vlogging. I am not planning on doing a birth vlog. At some point, I'll probably share the birth story just because I think birth stories are really cool, but I'm not going to be vlogging anything. I'm just bringing the camera so that if we want to take some really nice pictures right after the baby's born, we can. I also love photography, so I would love to be able to do that right at the hospital. I'm also bringing a toiletry bag. Another obvious thing to bring. So it's gonna have, you know, my glasses, my contacts, my toothbrush, all that stuff. But I'm also bringing some things that are specific to this stay. So I'm bringing face wipes, deodorant, which that's I'm always bringing that in my toiletry bag. A nipple butter, lip balm, and scrunchies and hair ties. I've heard that lip balm is really important when you're in the hospital because it can be really dry, especially as you're laboring. It's just not a great situation for your lips. Nipple butter because I'll be nursing for the first time, please God, and scrunchies and a hair tie to keep my hair out of my face. Now, help me decide about this, you guys. I need your help. I'm deciding whether to get a fan for labor. So my body tends to react to pain by getting hot and nauseous. So it seems like it would be a good idea, but I'm having a hard time justifying it. They have some online that are not really expensive and I could use in the future on the stroller for the baby. So I could use it, but I don't know why I'm having a hard time pulling the trigger on that one. But let me know if that's something you would use or did use during your labor. And I'll be bringing my water bottle so that I have constant access to water. That's very important. I'm a very thirsty person these days. So I will be bringing my water bottle. Now, don't judge me too hard with this one, please, but I will be bringing a small makeup bag. I don't think I'm gonna use it. I don't know though. And it might just allow me a sense of normalcy after the baby's born, or if we wanna FaceTime anyone. I don't think anyone is allowed in the hospital except for Jacob. But even if I just wanna put on something a little bit, just to make myself feel normal after having been in the hospital and giving birth to a baby, I think that that's not a bad idea. So I'm bringing a small makeup bag. Is that ridiculous? Let me know your thoughts. Headphones are the next thing on my list, just so that I can make some long distance calls, or if I'm up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep, maybe I can pop those in and watch something or listen to something. I think it's always good to have headphones on hand, so I'm gonna be bringing a pair. And I will be bringing super long chargers, 10-foot long chargers. This was a huge recommendation I got from a lot of people, especially on YouTube, talking about how hospitals have chargers, have outlets in the weirdest places. So it's actually pretty important to bring a really long charger so that no matter where you are in the room, you can have your phone plugged in. I think that's a really good idea. So I'm bringing two, one for me, one for Jacob, and so we can be able to keep our phones charged no matter where we are. Now, a couple of things that are specific to labor I'm bringing are the Freedom Mom Peri bottle. So this is something after you have a baby, you can't really wipe down there. Stuff is not that great for that. So you just kind of rinse yourself. And the hospital will provide bottles, but apparently they're just kind of hard to work with because they're not angled right. Whereas the Freedom Mom Peri bottle is apparently really good for that. So I actually bought two because we have two bathrooms at home. So we can have one upstairs and one downstairs. And then I'm going to bring one to the hospital with us so that it's easier. And in that same vein, I also am bringing Depends underwear, which are basically adult diapers, but they're very pretty, and I think I got the Discreet brand. I have heard that the mesh panties that the hospital provides are just not that great because they can be really big, they'll fall down, there's a lot of stuff in them to help you heal, but I'd rather have a pair of underwear that I don't have to worry about washing and that I can use, once, toss away, and they can put all that same stuff in and it's just more comfortable. So that's what I got, and I also have some for home after delivery. I'll be bringing my nursing bras and my breast pads because I hopefully will be leaking milk, so I want to make sure that I don't leak everywhere. So I will have that ready to go. And I'll have nursing-friendly pajamas. So some women don't mind wearing a hospital gown. I'm bringing just a couple pairs of pajamas that are comfortable and that I can also nurse in, that will just make it feel a little bit more homey since we're going to be staying at the hospital for a couple of days. So I'll have some button-down situations, and I'll also have a robe just to throw on over things. I have a really pretty one that I really like. I actually bought it for this purpose, but I've been wearing it around the house because I've been really warm lately. So it's really cute, and it makes me feel so pretty. So I thought that'd be nice to have. Okay, so I need your advice about the next items because I feel like they're a good idea, but they also seem so bulky. I don't even know how you would get them in and out of the hospital without it being a whole hullabaloo. Pillows and blankets. I've heard that hospital pillows and blankets are terrible, and since you're gonna be there for 2 nights and you're gonna be exhausted, it's nice to have a nice pillow and a nice blanket to sleep on. But also you have to bring them in and bring them out. So what are your thoughts? If you've had a baby before, if you've done it at the hospital, What do you think? Should I try and bring a pillow for me, a pillow for Jacob, and a couple of blankets that are small? I need some input on this because I don't know. For practical reasons, I'm going to be bringing socks with grippy bottoms and a pair of slippers. So the socks with grippy bottoms are to help you just around the hospital so you're not barefoot, but if you need to walk around or you want to walk around your room and you don't want to have your feet just like directly on the floor, that can be a good option. The hospital will also give you these, but they have to be one size fits all. So if your feet don't fit in them, it might not be the most comfortable thing in the world. They might be too small or too big, usually too big. So I'm bringing a pair that I already have, and I'm bringing just a comfortable pair of slippers because I'm guessing I'll wear the socks during labor and then they'll get sweaty and awful. And then I'll want to switch into slippers for the next couple days. Now you're gonna need a going home outfit. People get really weird about this. You're just headed home, so I don't know why you need something crazy fancy. Comfortable pair of pants, a comfortable sweatshirt, a coat, that kind of thing. I mean, I don't feel like I'm going to be wanting to bring something like beautiful. And most people don't expect to wear like a dress, but I don't think it even really needs that much forethought. So I'm just going to pack something comfy to wear home from the hospital. Now, paper-wise, I'm bringing a guided meditation that I wrote, which was recommended in our natural birth class. And I'm going to be bringing our birth workbook that we are doing with the COPA class that we signed up for. It's called COPA Birth. And I'm going to be doing a review on that in my channel after labor. But they have a whole workbook, and I've had a lot of notes. I've taken a lot of notes in that workbook, and I want to bring it with us so that we can reference it. Jacob can reference it if I need his help during labor. He's kind of going to be my support partner, so I want to make sure that he knows, like, we have something that he can reference if he's feeling a little lost. So I'm definitely going to be packing that. And then we'll be bringing a birth plan and insurance paperwork for the baby. So you gotta get that insurance paperwork in like right away after the baby's born, apparently. So we're gonna make sure we do that. And as far as the birth plan, I know that no birth goes to plan, but there are important things that you need to kind of make decisions about early on so that you can avoid them if it's important to you and if you can. So it's not to say that everything's gonna go to plan. That is not what I'm talking about. But like, for example, if you do not want an episiotomy unless it's absolutely necessary, having that on a birth plan is kind of important so that you can mention it to your doctor and be like, hey, this is not something I want unless it is absolutely needed. That kind of thing. I'll also be bringing an eye mask. I sleep with an eye mask at home, but it also seems practical at the hospital where they might be like flipping on lights and stuff. And a Bluetooth speaker so that in case we want to listen to music, we can. And last but not least, in my bag is Gatorade, snacks, and food. So hopefully they'll allow me to drink Gatorade, something that'll just keep my energy up. It's like a clear liquid, so hopefully it's fine. I know I'm probably not going to be allowed to eat once I'm at the hospital, but Jacob needs to be able to eat. And then after labor, I'll want to eat. And if things are not super easy to get to or open, I would like to be able to have some snacks. So we're gonna bring some food, we're gonna bring some snacks. I wanna make sure he has something to eat and some clear liquids that have electrolytes essentially. Okay, so that is my hospital bag. But now let's quickly talk about things I need for the baby's hospital bag. So number one is a warm blanket. When you put a baby in a car seat, I did not know this, but you're actually not allowed to put them in the car seat when they are wearing their little snow coats because it's too much fabric that can compress and hurt them if, God forbid, you're in an accident. So you actually want to put them in their clothing, like the first layer of clothing, and then tuck a blanket around them. So I'm bringing a warm blanket for him, and we're gonna make sure he's warm enough in case it's a very cold day when he's born. And then I'm also packing him some going home outfits and a couple of just sleepers so that he has things to wear in the hospital. So I'm bringing some newborn sizes and 0 to 3. We'll see what he fits into. I'm assuming it's gonna be newborn, even if he's a little bit on the big side. Most babies wear newborn initially. So I'm packing a few of those outfits and hats, mittens, socks, that kind of thing, so that he doesn't scratch himself, so his feet are warm, so his head is covered. You know what I'm talking about. I'm also going to be bringing a sound machine to help us all sleep at night so that if there's beeping, if there's banging around, because it's a hospital, we don't hear it as much. And I want to bring his nail trimmer so that if he's born and his nails are really long, we can just file them down. It's not like an actual trimmer, it's a file. So we'll ask the doctors if they think it's a good idea, but I think just in case so he doesn't scratch himself, I'm going to bring it. I'm also bringing our baby book so we can do little feet prints and maybe hand prints when he's right when he's born, which So cute. So that is it for what I am packing for the hospital. I hope you guys get some inspiration from it. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments about everything that I mentioned. And I'm really excited. I mean, like, as we're talking about the hospital bag, it's getting more and more real that this is happening. I'm also kind of ready. Like, I'm ready to meet this boy, and I'm just really excited. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, make sure to do so and hit that notification bell. And if you aren't already subscribed to my Substack newsletter, go ahead and head over to classicallyabby.substack.com. If you'd like to follow me on social media, it's at classicallyabby, absolutely everywhere. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!